2020, what a freaking crazy year. Like, it's just been really hard to digest everything that's been going on, and all of us have been working and spending a lot of time at home like this. In fact, if you're a South African gamer, this is the first time in 18 years that there's not one person in the Coca-Cola Dome, in the Expo for rAge, which is sad. I actually saw somebody on Twitter tweet about it, just driving past the Dome and realizing that there aren't gonna be queues, there aren't gonna be cars outside, there's not gonna be the huge chaos that we have with everybody inside the Dome and partying, no cosplay. That said, we're gonna be having rAge right here, right now. Not because we have to, but because we want to. It's one of the things that means a lot to us as gamers. You see everybody, we catch up with everybody how the year was. Everybody's like landing. We can do this now virtually to the best of our ability because we want to do it. rAge is all about the community. It's all about us gathering together, and the team at rAge know that. Those of you who've been participating in rAge for all these years know that it's the place that we all come together. And this year, we're just gonna take stock and pay homage to this pivotal part of the gaming community here in South Africa. To do that, we're gonna take a closer look at the community and the people that make rAge great every single year. We're gonna take a look back at how rAge has transformed lives, has built careers, and has brought us closer together as gamers for the last 18 years. So many people throughout all of this time have built their careers, including myself, in video games because of the foundation that rAge and NAG have built for us. I don't think people actually realize how long 18 years has been and how the whole gaming industry has changed and grown, and how rAge has grown with it and created a platform for people like myself to build my entire career on video games. We've got people like Pippa Shabalala, who's been able to host television shows, and Tekkel, who's been able to commentate and host international esports events. We've had the advent of YouTube and of Twitch, and like tons of Twitch streamers come out of South Africa, incredible ones, and in fact, you should check them out. And I know that they're showcasing them with this year's rAge, but the entire gaming industry has seen so much over the course of rAge. Console releases, how many consoles have we had over the past 18 years? And rAge has been a part of all of that and has built the foundation for all of us to have some form of career and some form of space in gaming.
My name is Barry Lozada. Most people in the gaming world will know me as Anthrax. If I think about it, I've kind of been involved in the whole gaming scene for about 25 years.
I initially started as a lecturer, actually, at BITS, teaching a video game theory course and honors and masters in 3D animation. And I kind of got into TV by accident, but my master's thesis was on video games, and I've just always played video games.
My name is Luca Tacconi, aka Robo Hobo, a massive or avid gamer. Pretty much my day and my night for the last 15 to 16 years.
Give it up for Tekko, here she comes.
Hi there, my name is Sam Tekko Wright, and I am a esports shoutcaster. I've had a really rad opportunity. I started my career at rAge, but then I got to travel the world. I've worked in China, in Germany. I've even been to Japan, and I've got to commentate on the thing I love, which is competitive video games.
A lot of the time people don't see what you're trying to actually accomplish when you're trying to do things. And, rAge a lot of the time has actually given me the platform to do that.
It's rAge 2006 being the first time I attended, and this year being the first I'm not, sadly. It's been a historical event for me, for sure, and I think all heavy enthusiasts of gaming in South Africa, and glad to have been able to experience it over all these years. It's definitely a big part of where I am today, and being the gamer that is Robo Hobo. Yeah.
When I was really young, my dad brought home a black and green PC, one of those ones where everything's black and green. And we got to play games like Cull games and F117A, Stealth Fighter. which blew my mind. Even though they were just like pixels on a screen, the fact that I could interact with them was just like mind-boggling to me in my 7-year-old self. That was just something I never dreamed was possible. For me, gaming has brought so many people into my life that I never thought I would meet, and work with so many exciting people that I thought that would just be impossible before this. I'm extremely, extremely grateful to rAge for cultivating an environment where that is possible.
The massive venue, the Coca-Cola Dome, right? All the people you actually physically meet, interact with, etc. So for me, rAge will always be that big event, that convention, that expo. That's what rAge is for me.
There's something special about once a year, all of us getting together under the same space to play games, to eat the mini donuts at rAge and just all chat and talk and play games together. I mean, I don't think anything's ever going to replace that.
How I started attending as a gamer, as a LANer, eventually started to work at rAge, then had teams participating in esports at rAge, to where we're now always just there and part of the history and the culture of rAge.
I think I always get a kick out of seeing people there, running around to young people dashing from machine to machine, and people that don't know anything about cosplay sitting and staring at Chewbacca walking past them in the hallway.
So my main experience with rAge, to be honest, was going online at random times doing rAge and playing some Counter-Strike or some Dota. And then you get the people who are like, I'm at rAge, and then some other guy would be like, I'm at rAge as well, and it'll be like this cool thing where you are like playing with these people who are like currently at a LAN, and you kind of felt like you were kind of part of it, even though you weren't ready because you were like on the other side of the country.
rAge is like that. Literally, that's what I look forward to every single year. Is just because the group of friends we meet up with at rAge, there's about 28 of us, 30 of us. So we all go to the LAN. And then if you've seen the LAN, the tables run across from each other. We literally take up an entire U-shaped section, just us. And we're there for 4 days, and it's the best time I've ever had.
rAge is the one moment in the year where all the gaming people you go there and you see everybody.
When we were kids, it was just a thing that we did. Every year you went to rAge, it was an opportunity to see all the new games. It was just like a fun weekend out. It was the yearly thing that you did.
I've always had a close kind of bond with the guys at rAge because as I was growing up, these were the memorable moments of my life, where I met some of my oldest, longest friends.
I think the community feeling is the thing that, for me, always kept me coming back.
Gaming is not just the experience that we have in our rooms. Gaming is the experience that we have together, collectively. We spend a lot of time at LANs. We even, with the Xbox 360, would play Gears of War and Halo by bringing it to each other's houses over the weekends and just be able to just connect and play with one another. Gaming is a social experience. It's amazing to be able to have an event that is this watering hole that we can just get together and hang out at. The Apex parties that we would have on the first night. It's just such an incredible experience. And also the LANs, the tournaments, everybody that's just literally getting together. It doesn't matter who wins. To me, at the end of the day, it was about seeing the players. It was about hanging out with them, and the players hanging out with each other. That was what was a big deal for me. Gaming has kind of brought our family together, and that's where it started for me. And I continued to love and enjoy video games, even though at a time when video games weren't seen as something that an older teenager or an adult should be enjoying. Things have changed a lot, and I think we've been able to create and cultivate an industry which is more inclusive and is more balanced, but it was something that was left for kids. And throughout all the ages, I just kind of kept it with me and I kept on fighting for it. And in my personal life, just defending it to my friends. It just goes to show how important gaming was to me, even throughout my entire adulthood, where to a lot of people it was seen as like a childish behavior or like something that kids participate in. Gaming has kind of made me who I am today. And it's through these social interactions and the people that I've met at events like rAge and online that have made me into this Twitch streamer, into this person that's passionate about games. Like we're nerds. Like we're the ones that are geeking out about things that really mean a lot to us, despite what other people think and despite what other people's opinions of us are. I'm grateful that I'm a part of this space, and I'm grateful that I know a lot of you guys that are watching this right now, because without you, like, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now, and I wouldn't be the person I am today. I'm sure you guys have similar stories, and I hope that we are paving the way for more people to be included in this space, because the more people that are playing games, regardless of platform, the better the industry is going to be, and the bigger this community becomes. Bigger communities are better communities. If you've got any stories, just drop them in the chat. Like right now, I want to see. These stories are the things that we would share at events like rAge, and we can do them right now with rAge Online. Can we call it rAge 2020? Because that's pretty cool.
In terms of flow, oh my word. Later, boys. Why? It was.
Oh! One up. Can we get a clip on that?
Oh, my bad.
He's coming after me.
Oh, the fucking hey, dude. What have I done?
Hostiles in the area.
Yes! Yes! See, we can have rAge Online. I mean, this is kind of like rAge Online. Like rAge in real life, sorry. Like offline, rAge offline. We're gonna call the events now rAge Offline, and we're gonna call these ones rAge Online. Can we do this more? Because this is really cool. Without, the internet, we wouldn't be able to have interviews like we've had now. And that's one of the most exciting parts about having rAge Online for this, for 2020, is that we can have these massive interviews and invite people from all around the world to take a sneak peek at us and what we're doing in the space. So I'm really grateful that we get to do this. I hope that there is a space for more of it. And let me know what you think in the comments. Like, everybody from rAge is here. Bring your friends, invite them around. Like, we're in the chat talking about it, so let us know.
Tonight has been a long time coming. Now I can finally see that everybody puts a faith in something. Might as well be with me.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you this heartfelt announcement.
I know I'm a part of this production professionally, but I also just want to say, just personally, a huge thank you to Lauren and Michael and the team that are at rAge for establishing a lot of my career. And I'm going to get a little personal now. They don't know this, and I know there are other people working on this video, so they don't have to. They're not going to have to pre-approve this. But when I was starting out, I had all these grand ideas of, getting Game State, which was the show that I was working on at the time, onto like the cover disc of NAG, and I was fresh. I was like 22. I look back and I go like, what were they thinking? But they were just like so gracious and allowed me to have my my videos on the cover disc. And without question, they've always been a massive support. I've done a podcast with the team, again, without really knowing like the details, like knowing each other intimately. I think Michael and Lauren and like the team at rAge really are invested in gaming in a way that we don't really understand. This isn't just a business to them. This isn't just like making sure that, ends meet. If they wanted to make sure that ends met, like starting a gaming expo nearly 20 years ago is not, it's either extremely forward thinking or just something that's not necessarily gonna like bring in all the bucks. It was something that they're super passionate about. Lauren's doesn't often like to be in the spotlight, but like her story of how she got into the industry is just so inspiring to me. And it's one of the reasons Rush exists. And I'm grateful to know this team, and I'm grateful to be working with this team, and I'm grateful to be a part of a production like this, which celebrates what this team has done over all these years and brought us together as a community around gaming. Again, my career probably would not exist without the team at rAge and the things that they've built for us. This foundation doesn't come from nothing. And hopefully I've been able to take the baton and provide a foundation for new content creators. And it means a lot to me to be able to do that and just carry on a tradition of including and growing a gaming community in South Africa that the world can be proud of, that we can be proud of and stand out and say, hey, we make games, we play games, come play with us. And rAge to me is genuinely the heart of that. Let us know in the comments what you think of this production, and if you're having a great time, feel free to invite your friends. We're going to be doing a ton of this over the course of the weekend. We're going to be celebrating rAge, celebrating gaming, celebrating this community that's been going on for the last 18 years.